court. Mo na mo say abano yisi ebi mama. Anamude yisi ni MPP Aqua anamude yisi Aqua court na MPP nso ye one of the respondent. Yisi mo ka ma asem wiye na MPP say hey ye kra yini kasa. Hey judge na oti adwamu. Ti find this for na num asem no mo kan for mo de na fa bu asem na maye. Ye di fo aboyefo. And when this for mu ye kum. Hey na benya so no obi enya asem na makopie panyin anim. What the Marco, Oka, kind of things in an amid miniheka, for one and what can I boam for? For boasem, before I come from. Said you will be back as a man. Jamin call sword in this way. Yes, see, you live, you know. But you more support you, and I said, because see, this MPP as two major political parties. Yeah, coalitions are, yeah, sure, be a week, or be a penny young weak point. If you know, said the Speaker of Parliament, I could can forum be as I say. Say 11 years pass, MPP will lose the next election. As what is asem ne pen. Jaye. I don't suppose mo person be jaye. Na kwati kono jina kwanti asem be ni. Yes, mo de mo nye se mo no mo see 11 years the banner Ghana for support wa. Mo nya ne ehwe and Ghana for support do me ade be me hu se na Ghana for support say policy no. Enya election ya. Ye ko to aba na se Ghana for and you know Ghanaians we react. Yeah. Ghana, for when it comes to election, you're proactive for Sanyo.
This time, they
and as a political party, any policy, any vision. Hey, when it comes to policies, Ghana, the history is there for everybody to see. Yeah, the major policies about Ghana, how be a benefit to me. Me found quite free SHS, it was a vision and a policy. Ghanaians are enjoying health insurance, it was a vision and a policy. For our transportation system or the buy. And when you talk about policy, that one let us not go there. If you want us to debate about policies, NDC as a party, NEIP as a party, we can debate it because since 1992 up to this time, one enya Ghana farmer now akonya more so near so and that's omu or mine majority, but you can't even point out single policy. You can't. Mo policy am de buy at the end of sam nye popular am wamo and it's a necessary teacher training allowance mu twemu na de wu twemu so meeting say no say but if they will classify it as a policy I don't know what I say sa policy no can ho be na 20 you see when 2016 year ko to aba mu ko twa teacher nursing training allowance ni mu no and Ghana former mu hu sa de no man na mu awo buana sa yeah last me no mu chase ka wo table suma students ye ko to aba no Ghana for Chirum Sadi and Amwa.
Of the special voters, which comes on the 1st of December, there are many calls of people whose names, whether deliberately or not, have been omitted across the 10 regions. And it's beginning to up the tension in the system. The Christian Council of Ghana should not sit down and only be interested in people signing peace accord, when those held and gifted with the responsibility to ensure a free, fair, transparent elections are derelict on their duties. Peace accords on paper on itself cannot provide us with a transparent election. What is sad for us in the MPP youth wing is what has been lost in the narrative. There's this whole peace industry in Ghana. Peace industry. But nobody is talking about the fairness, the transparency. It's not enough for the electoral commissioner to go to church and say she's praying, God gives us a leader. When some of the posture and utterances of the EC seems to suggest that they have a favorite in the election. When the electoral commissioner can say that when the elections is becoming too close, I'll call for recount. My goodness. You are a referee, you are not a player. And sometimes the electoral commission behaves like a team protesting against an unqualified player. When you are supposed to be the referee in the game. It's when I'm contesting my brother here and I am aggrieved with the results and I'll call for a recount. These things cannot pass without the Peace Council, the Christian Council, our Muslim Council and Mission to not commenting on it. Elections is not an event, it's a process. from the process 1 to the process 2 to the process 3 to the process 4, all of it must engender confidence.
The result of the vote. So you can actually vote for a party which can punish you. Yes. And they can punish you and create hardship for you, but because you see it like supporting Olympics or Accra House of Folk, you still support, although the policies are not favoring you. It's not about party colors. A nation becomes what its citizens vote for. Sometimes we pray, we say, let's pray for the nation, that God will bless the nation. No, we have to pray that the citizens will make intelligent choices. Because if the citizens don't make intelligent choices, God is not going to come and rule Ghana for us. The result of the vote. So you can actually vote for a party which can punish you. Yes. And they can punish you and create hardship for you, but because you see it like supporting Olympics or Accra House of Folk, you still support, although the policies are not favoring you. It's not about party colors. A nation becomes what its citizens vote for. Sometimes we pray, we say, let's pray for the nation, that God will bless the nation. No, we have to pray that the citizens will make intelligent choices. Because if the citizens don't make intelligent choices, God is not going to come and rule Ghana for us. The result of the vote. So you can actually vote for a party which can punish you. Yes. And they can punish you and create hardship for you, but because you see it like supporting Olympics or Accra House of Folk, you still support, although the policies are not favoring you. It's not about party colors. A nation becomes what its citizens vote for. Sometimes we pray, we say, let's pray for the nation, that God will bless the nation. No, we have to pray that the citizens will make intelligent choices. Because if the citizens don't make intelligent choices, God is not going to come and rule Ghana for us. The result of the vote. So you can actually vote for a party which can punish you. Yes. And they can punish you and create hardship for you, but because you see it like supporting Olympics or Accra House of Folk, you still support, although the policies are not favoring you. It's not about party colors. A nation becomes what its citizens vote for. Sometimes we pray, we say, let's pray for the nation, that God will bless the nation. No, we have to pray that the citizens will make intelligent choices. Because if the citizens don't make intelligent choices, God is not going to come and rule Ghana for us.
Member for Tamale North, Honorable Suhini Alasa Saibu, to ask the minister his first question.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to ask the Minister of Finance which independent power-producing companies have received payment from the government of Ghana for excess capacity charges, and how much was paid to each company in the last 4 years. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And thank you, Honorable Member from Tamale North, because these are very important issues of power for us as a country. Mr. Speaker, the underlisted independent producers have received payments for excess capacity charge for the period under review 2017 to 2020, totaling $937.5 million US. The breakdown is as follows. AXA, $347.2 million, Car Power, $359.00 million, and Send Power, $231.3 million. Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable supplementary question.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minister's answer is in the form of a range, a period between or period under review 2017 to 2020. Will the Minister be kind enough to break it down to how much was paid for each year? How much was paid for each year? Thank you.
Honorable members, when I say that if the minister is minded, then I'm looking at it that probably the question is being shifted. So if the minister is minded, he can answer the question. Other than that, so Minister, if you think you can.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Member, thank you very much for the supplementary question. The amount, as I stated, from 2017 to 2020 totals $937.5 million US. Breakdown is as follows. AXA 2017, $35.7 million, 2018, $59.4 million, 2019, $136.8 million, 2020, $115.3 million, totaling $347.2. Car Power, $65.3 million, 2017, $108.9 million. I beg your pardon?
Honorable Minister, may you please speak up a bit? Please, let's have order here so that we can hear it well.
For Car Power, 2017, $65.3 million. 2018, $108.9 million. 2019, $138 million. 2020, $46.8 million, coming to $359 million for the period. Send Power, 0 for 2017, 0 for 2018, $86.5 million, 2019, $144.8 million, 2020, $231.3 million total. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister. Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for your answer. Will you be kind, Honorable Minister, to also let us know the quantity of megawatts that was determined to be excess for which these payments were made? Yes. The quantity of megawatts that were determined to be the excess for which these payments were made.
Minister, are you minded to answer?
I think it's a legitimate question, only I'm not prepared for it. And so we can bring that to
the Speaker, the final, based on your answers, Honorable Minister, which one is it?
He's asking his last question.
Which one is true, Leader? Based on your answers provided, Mr. Speaker, and the answers that were provided by the Finance Minister related to this same question on Thursday, 17th June 2021, which remains a record of this House. Is it true or false that Ghana pays $1 billion annually as excess capacity charges?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. That is false. The figure he just quoted, 1 billion, is false. Thank you.
He says 1 billion is false. I've repeated his response. He says it's false. Yes, leader.
Mr. Speaker, the final, based on your answers, Honorable Minister, which one is it too much?
He's asking his last question.
Which one is too much, leader? Based on your answers provided, Mr. Speaker, and the answers that were provided by the Finance Minister related to this same question on Thursday, 17th June 2021, which remains a record of this House. Is it true or false that Ghana pays $1 billion annually as excess capacity charges?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Right, hello, good morning to you and welcome to the program. It's Good Morning Ghana. We're live from the studios here, the Peniel studio at North Ridge, and we're also streaming on social media platforms as Metro TV and Good Morning Ghana as well. And it is the 11th of January 2024. Let's go through the newspapers. Now I start off with the Daily Graphic, and it says government payroll, Ghana card linked initiative to eradicate ghost names. No change in BEC subjects, Education Minister. COP Mamitiwa Adodankwa, Executive Director, IOCO. A picture is here. It says IOCO retrieves 240 million Ghana cedis proceeds of crime. Inflation ends 2023 downwards. New Year school industries urged to conform to modern trends. Daily Guide. So, Daily Guide says, Nana hopeful of economic rebound. NDC fights EC over Voter Ink. Oh, fight. Government rolls out new payroll. No Ghana card, no pay. OSP arrests NEIP boss. The Insight. Togbi Afede, he says Ghana has failed due to corrupt, arrogant, divisive leadership. Punish people looting Ghana, says Hackman Owusu-Ajiman. Calls to prosecute Israel for war crimes in Gaza grow louder in Europe. Towards improving health needs of the people, Yilo MP cuts sword for construction of medical theatre for Klo Agogo Health Center. The Daily Statesman, digital solution to wipe out payroll ghost names. Gabi named among 50 most influential Africans. Oh, okay. CJ pledges technological advancements to elevate court reporting. NPP women eulogizes the Aqua for business support scheme. Let's go for the Metro Lens. It says a clash of titans, Dr. Samankra Mahama Baumia and Alan in the spotlight. Baumia unveils innovative technology to eradicate payroll fraud. Palgrave Boachidankwa surges ahead in Ibuakwa North NPP primaries. Arrest of NEIP boss Ankwa Numa doubles in nepotism is a question. The Daily Searchlight. Banana Republic. Ghana celebrates inflation at 23. Banana Republic. Ghana celebrates inflation at 23.2%. MPP needs another term to continue with good policies and programs. Samira Baumia. Government workers beware. No Ghana card, no salary from March. Save the Nation movement, a political party in the offing. Dr. Baumia launches digital solution to eliminate ghost names on government payroll. Filer to Abdul Razak ends cookathon at 227 hours. Thank you so much and congratulations. Thanks for lifting the name of Ghana high. Right. Why is Akufo-Addo, Daily Post, why is Akufo-Addo pretending he didn't assist GRA boss and his family to leave the country? Honorable Kujeto Ablakwa. How election 2024 will be rigged if indelible ink is not used. Deep throat source within EC explains it all. NPP supporters want uncouth Deputy Trade Minister sacked for publicly describing regional minister as stupid. That's what we have for you this morning on the front pages of the papers. Let's take a break. We'll be back shortly.
MTN.
Discover the perfect blend of quality, modern elegance, and affordability with Kingdom Home Real Estate. At Kingdom Home Real Estate, we cater to both local and international clients, offering exceptional housing options in Ebri and Ikropong. Our properties are conveniently located, providing a tranquil atmosphere, top-notch security, and essential amenities such as electricity, water, and backup generators. Our strategic locations offer easy access to popular tourist destinations, all within a 30-minute drive from Accra. Visit us in Ikropong right after the Latte Junction, or in Ebri near the Ebri Girls Senior High School. Alternatively, you can reach us Kingdom Home Real Estate, where your dream home becomes a reality.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation, to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
For over 20 years of serving the world with herbal and alternative medicine, we've been successful in treating complicated medical conditions with a perfect combination of herbal and alternative methods of treatment like homeopathy, naturopathy, reflexology, and many more. We deliver excellent and effective service to people from all walks of life through scientific and traditional means. We have a well-equipped laboratory with advanced diagnostic and treatment devices to help detect your illness, so we know the right medication to be given. At Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital, we are proud manufacturers of our own herbal medication. Our zeal and passion to save lives with our patients at heart and outstanding achievements since 1996 has won us several awards. That is why we say, go herbal, go Amen. We are located everywhere in all the regions. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, God is the He.
On my long and stressful days, I long for the refreshing company of my favorite companion.
Wow, my favorite.
I should make onions, maybe tomatoes.
Hi. Oh, hello. Please, I need to know the drink you were enjoying earlier at the shop.
Sure. Even on Sundays in the markets, nothing is for one.
Ah. Makuma Swaji.
Guess what I brought? A refreshing companion for you and I.
My favorite.
Angel Drinks. Nyamepe, nyawenejehu.
This advert is FDA approved.
Stadium feeling, everything 12 January, I got him say about Aqua. My Aqua, and Soja call. I will feel Hisense TV, Amcom TV, and a sound system. Yatisu say who? A Hisense Afcon double promo. The best you Afcon beer. I love Afcon beer. Can clear our Hisense and the Amcom TV. So, don't let you that. a commentary no so chagua. Tini clear our high sense sound system so. Bora high sense showroom bia. Na ube say at TV any sound system so. Esan Afcon ninti. So what are there high sense ya? What so do? High sense go on them 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Sa Afcon radio. Ya man ni jeno anya double. If we say high sense will hammer. High sense. Yeah, they want to football. Esan football ninti. High sense she kakra wo ho.
We are back bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front two with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bets. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the Partial Daily Jackpot. You always get way more with Betway.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway. Get way more.
The biggest car center in Ghana, offering unparalleled round-the-clock service in autos and accessories. Nadam Autofix is the biggest distributors of used tires in Ghana, offering first-grade second-hand car tires of all rim sizes at both wholesale and retail prices. We are also the leading name in car sensor diagnostics, corrections and sales of car accessories. We excel in car washing and detailing with state-of-the-art steam engine washing machines that keep water away from your engine, ensuring a clean, healthy and responsive engine. Nadam Autofix, the first name in servicing, car accessories and car washing. Visit us today and experience the world of class difference. Find us today at Asoridaho, directly opposite Dansoman KFC and the Shell filling station. For more details, you can call us on 0503 244 266 or 0535 339823. Nado Motofix. Wukwanso Nyonko Papa.
Normally not. Honorable Suhini Alasa Saibu to ask the minister his first question.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to ask the Minister of Finance which independent power producing companies have received payment from the government of Ghana for excess capacity charges and how much was paid to each company in the last 4 years. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And thank you, Honorable Member from Tamale North, because these are very important issues of power for us as a country. Mr. Speaker, the underlisted independent producers have received payments for excess capacity charge for the period under review 2017 to 2020, totaling $937.5 million US. The breakdown is as follows: AXA $347.2 million, Car Power $359.00 million, and Cent Power $231.3 million. Thank you, sir. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable supplementary question.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minister's answer is in the form of a range, a period between or period under review 2017 to 2020. Will the Minister be kind enough to break it down to how much was paid for each year? How much was paid for each year? What is it? Thank you.
Honorable members, when I say if the minister is minded, then I'm looking at it that probably the question is being shifted. So if the minister is minded, he can answer the question. Other than that, so Minister, if you think you can.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Member, thank you very much for the supplementary question. The amount, as I stated, from 2017 to 2020 totals $937.5 million US. Breakdown is as follows: AXA 2017 $35.7 million, 2018 $59.4 million, 2019 $136.8 million, 2020 $115.3 million, totaling $347.2. Car Power $65.3 million 2017, $108.9 million. I beg your pardon?
Honorable Minister, may you please speak up a bit? Please, let's have order here so that we can hear it well.
For Car Power 2017, $65.3 million, 2018, $108.9 million, 2019, $138 million, 2020, $46.8 million, coming to $359 million for the period. Cent Power, 0 for 2017, 0 for 2018, $86.5 million, 2019, $144.8 million, 2020, $231.3 million total. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister. Yes, Honorable Member.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Minister, for your answer. Will you be kind, Honorable Minister, to also let us know the quantity of megawatts that was determined to be excess for which these payments were made? Yes. The quantity of megawatts that were determined to be the excess for which these payments were made.
Minister, are you minded to answer?
I think it's a legitimate question. Only I'm not prepared for it, and so we can bring that to.
The Speaker, the final, based on your answers, Honorable Minister, which one is it too much?
Is asking his last question.
Which one is too much, Leader? Based on your answers provided, Mr. Speaker, and the answers that were provided by the Finance Minister related to this same question on Thursday, 17th June 2021, which remains a record of this House. Is it true or false that Ghana pays $1 billion annually as excess capacity charges?
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. That is false. The figure he just quoted, 1 billion, is false. Thank you.
He says 1 billion is false. I've repeated his response. He says it's false. Yes, Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the final, based on your answers, Honourable Minister, which one is it too much?
He's asking his last question.
Which one is too much, Leader? Based on your answers provided, Mr. Speaker, and the answers that were provided by the Finance Minister related to this same question on Thursday, 17th June 2021, which remains a record of this House. Is it true or false that Ghana pays $1 billion annually as excess capacity charges?
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. That is false. The figure he just quoted, 1 billion, is false. Thank you.
He says 1 billion is false. I've repeated his response. He says it's false. Yes, Leader.
Mr. Speaker,
all right, well, you're welcome back to the program. Let me welcome one of the guests that has already joined us in the studio. Kwede Chumbafu is a former Executive Secretary for Free Zones Board, as the Ghana Free Zones Board then, and a member of the NDC. It's been a while. It's been a year?
It's been a while. It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You're welcome, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm fine, very well. Thank you.
You look well.
I look well. Thank God. The situation is quite tough. So if you look well,
yeah, you look well. I mean, it's a latte thing, right? We always look well. No matter how.
We eat fufu and a banquet.
Exactly. No matter how hard it is, we always.
We'll
look
find
well.
a way out.
It's the mountain air.
Magic.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're expecting Davis Ansel-Poku, who is an Impriso MP. He's not here yet. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I think we'll just start the show as and when he joins us. He will join in the discussion. But for now, MTN says that imagine getting rewarded for doing something you already do every single day, and that is, doing your Momo. So it says the Momo season, there's something for everyone. Download the Momo app on the Play Store and App Store and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day transactions to a merchant, either through the QR code or merchant ID, and stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis weekly and other amazing prizes. Also, our merchants are left out of this reward. Receive payments and win. So keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. Now, you visit the website is www.momomerchantapplication.mtn.com.gh for the Momo business account today. It's Momo season, so just Momo it with Momo Pay. Remember, the T&Cs are applied here. So Calcate Toothpaste also says that sometimes it becomes very difficult for you to, bring your kids to the sink to brush their teeth. But Calcate is flavored with strawberry, and so it makes it tasty and smells nice for the children to develop their own interest of brushing their teeth. So use Calcate Toothpaste, which is recommended for children between the ages of 2 and 6, and they can use this toothpaste. It protects their gum and also the cavities of their teeth and makes their teeth stronger, healthy and fresh all day. Now, Kelki toothpaste is also a product from Samara Company Limited and approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. It says Kelki's Happy Smile. Lift and elevators also is available for you, just in case you want to, install some lifts and elevators in your companies, your offices, in your homes, and you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, especially in your home. You want to employ their services, as lift and elevators got you covered with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market. And it's also simple self-supported elevator for both homes and offices. Guess what? It also can lift your goods too. So wheelchairs can be fitted in, and it comes in 3 custom-made modules. Okay, so lift and elevators are Sakumono, or you can call them on 0200-535515 or send them an email to the elevators@gmail.com for consultations and best solutions in easy vertical movements. Now, our main alternative medical hospital is also available for you, like I said, as you're resting or taking the break off and starting work. Maybe you want to go for a checkup if you really didn't check what you put inside the body during these holidays. I mean, alternative medical hospitals are available for you, and it says that God is a healer, but he does a healing through humans, and humans are available at the alternative medical hospital. So it is one of the best medical hospitals in Ghana, and so for all the health consultations, counseling, physiotherapy, and homeopathic medicine, Alternative Medical Hospital has the best for you. And it also comes with modernized herbal and homeopathy medicines in Ghana. And they have the best medical practitioners from KNUST with the state-of-the-art medical equipment curated for your need. The most obscure ailment can be diagnosed and taken care of. Alternative Medical Hospitals are Klagon, near Lashibi, Ashaman Road, and near the Underbridge. They operate from Monday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and call them on 0207-229-505 or 0244-227-192 to book your appointment. Alternative Medical Hospital, God is your healer, they say. Okay, so I was actually picking the Doomsor issue, but let me start with this. Daily Guide captured this, and I was surprised that he used the word fights. It was not in quotes, so let me just take the story. It said NDC fights EC over ink. If you've been with us, you've seen that we have tried talking about this issue from Tuesday since we started the show. And the story says that the National Democratic Congress has expressed strong opposition to the Electoral Commission EC's decision to discontinue the use of indelible ink in the upcoming 2024 general, presidential and parliamentary elections. The party argues that the integrity of the voter register remains questionable, and the removal of the indelible ink will open doors for fraudulent activities that could compromise the integrity of the elections. Now, during the news conference in Accra, Johnson Estedun Ketia, the National Democratic Congress of the NDC, emphasized that the indelible ink is an important component of the Ghana electoral process, as it is visibly, transparently, and physically verifies voters in addition to the biometric verification system. He questioned why the Electoral Commission would choose to remove such a tried and tested verification system that adds credibility to the electoral process. Sedun Ketia explained the significance of indelible ink in preventing multiple voting, especially in the cases of apathy. So he stated that in the event of the malfunction of the biometric verification devices, BVDs, the stain of indelible ink on a voter's finger is the surest and quickest way to identify potential criminals attempting to vote more than once. Removing the ink will make it easier for individuals to exploit the electoral process and allow pliant Electoral Commission to disregard the register and let voters cast their ballots regardless of their eligibility. The NDC reminded the Electoral Commission of the previous instances where electoral officers were caught interfering in the voting process during the district assembly level elections. So with the manual verification system still in place, the integrity of the voter register being questioned, the NDC believes that the application of indelible ink is vital to maintain the credibility of the country's elections. The NDC opposition to the removal of the indelible ink raises concerns about the transparency and fairness of the electoral process. As 2024 elections approach, the fate of indelible ink and its impact on voter verification and prevention of fraudulent activities remains a continuous issue between the NDC and Electoral Commission. I honestly think that maybe the public should show interest in this. I haven't heard the public talk so much. You monitor social media. I haven't heard them speak so much about the indelible ink. Do you like it or you don't like it? You know, I think you should start talking about if you think removing it is fine, so that the EC can also monitor how discussion is going within the public space. But Kojo.
Yeah, yes. Good morning again to your viewers. And yes, I know it's been a while, but circumstances beyond my control. So good morning, Annie. There are two types of rigging elections, right? Ex-ante rigging and ex-post rigging. Ex-ante is before the event, where all the administrative nuances that need to be put in to ensure that a group of people who are in charge of the election apparatus can actually create circumstances for them to win the election, even though people didn't vote for them. This is one of them. Okay, I am not going to pass or mince any words here. This is an ex-ante rigging maneuver by the pliant Electoral Commission, right? That this MPP government has muscled into place so that they can check their responsibility to be accountable to the people of this country. If they make the argument, and I'm sure they make the argument that the BVR machines are good enough. Haven't we seen BVR machines in the homes of MPP party aficionados on opportunists? Haven't we seen it before? Haven't we seen people ostensibly part of this government apparatus with BVR machines in their home? So what is going to happen on election day? The same thing is going to be repeated? In places like Techiman South, what happened in Techiman South, up to today, the returning officer has never been found. Up to today, God knows where he is. Even though the matter has gone to trial, it's been in court, the returning officer has never been found. And in any case, why isn't there a second, why are we decrying a second safety net to make sure that even if the BVR is the end all and be all, there is a second way to or assuring the public that the elections are free and fair? And what better way to make sure that somebody's finger or thumb or whatever part of the anatomy has been put, has been marked, to make sure that your fingers are checked and you can vote again. What the EC is doing is trying to ensure that no matter what happens, no matter what the people of this country think of this decrepit government, this government that has completely disenfranchised us, done everything that was unthinkable and unfathomable prior to 2016, are not accountable to the people of this country. That's all this is about. Let me ask you a question. If President Mahama in 2016 and Charlotte Osei's EC had come up with this, what do you think would have happened in this country? You tell me. They would have pointed out the yam mound on which Charlotte Osei's grandparents were born. That's what they would have done. What did the likes of Eslousu say about Charlotte Osei? prior to the 2016 election. What did they say? What did Kennedy Ejipon say about Charlotte? What happened?
Let it remain at the question part.
Yes, I will say
repeat.
it.
Thank you.
Right? You recall that it was at the insistence of people like Gabriel Chedaku that the BVR machine, President Mahama actually responded to their concerns by asking the EC to make sure that they put this BVR thing in operation to verify fingerprints. Why are we trying to remove the most basic way of ensuring that nobody attempts to vote twice? If this thing is, if the indelible ink is removed, they are going to have parties in various party chairmen's homes and offices, some of them with gold chains around their necks like millstones, and they'll go around the table voting with the BVR machines multiple times. When they finish, they'll declare that they've won. And after they declare that they've won, you won't find the returning officers again. Right? I know we'll go on to that topic, but as we speak today, some public officers are missing. Am I lying?
Public officers are missing?
They are missing.
How?
The investigation is going on. They have absconded the jurisdiction, but we'll get to that topic. You see, what is going on is something that the society in this country must talk about. Prior to 2016, the religious bodies were talking. Why aren't they talking now? The so-called social, what do you call them? The social commentators were talking. Why aren't they talking now? The IEAs of this world were talking. Why aren't they talking now?
Civil society.
Civil society, they were talking. Why aren't they talking now? Do you think that if President Mahama had done this in 2016, we would not have heard from the Christian Council by now?
Oh.
We would think we would not have heard from the Catholic Bishops' Conference by now? Won't we have heard from, you name them? Wouldn't we have heard from them by now? Wouldn't we have heard from the Pentecostal Council by now? Wouldn't they have come out and called this a rigging tool? Won't we have heard from the likes of Dambote by now?
You can't be sure. You can't
I'm
be
basing,
sure
I'm
how
basing,
they would have described the
I am
decision
basing
to-
what I said on anecdotal evidence that we have proof of the things that they said when the NDC was in power.
Okay.
Like you have cautioned me, I am holding my tongue because I don't want to cite specific things that people have said. But I'm asking why the Christian Council is quiet. Our own brother from Latin, the moderator of the Presbyterian Church, why is he silent? The Presbyterian Church has not been quiet when it comes to politics in this country. Why is he quiet? What are they waiting for? Are they waiting for a podium before they come and tell us to calm down? Do you honestly think that the NDC will accept going into an election without indelible ink? And then when we finish, the EC chair comes to declare the election 9 times? Like she did the last time?
She didn't declare 9 times.
How many times did she declare? What, 6, 7, 8, 9? All die be die. I like. Right? You think that the NDC is going to allow that to happen again, like they did in 2020?
Let's say I made reference to Kodeyo that says that, well, I mean, it's okay to think that it's a double form of verification system, but they think that having the indelible ink will be a second fall-on solution just in case the BVD machines fail us. You are not thinking along the same lines. You are thinking it's just a rigging.
It's a rigging too. A rose by any other name is still a rose. And these people, they are the flower. Right? They are trying to make sure that they don't account to the people of this country. That's all it is. Let's find any way to ensure that we rig the election. And when it's declared, it's declared. That's what they're trying to do. I'm not going to mince words. Listen, this thing has been done since time immemorial. I remember the first election that I remember as a child, 1979, when my parents went to vote in the 1979 election. Everybody came back, all their fingers were black for about 10 to 12 days. you can vote again. Right? The so-called electronic verification systems, we all know that they don't work all the time. We all know that there are instances when ballots are not delivered on time. We all know those little things that happen, whether it's intended or whether it's just force majeure, it happens. The surest way of making sure that we keep the integrity of the vote is by having several layers of security to make sure that it doesn't happen. Because you see, we don't make laws for good people. We don't make laws for law-abiding people. So those safety nets are important to make sure that when the election is called, we all accept that so and so won. Whether it is President Mahama who won, whether it's Timothy who won, or whether it is New Force who won, right? We want to make sure that we all accept that the election has integrity. But if you go into an election without indelible ink and you find out that there's a conclave going on and people are going around the fireplace and voting twice and thrice and the BVR machines are not doing anything because it's been deprogrammed, the BVR machines can be deprogrammed. What is there that they think we don't know?
I'm not an anti person, but I wanted to find out how the BVD machines or BVR machines can be manipulated. Apart from the fact that if you're trying to verify and it doesn't pick your biometrics, maybe it will fail us at that point. How else can it be manipulated?
Anything that can be programmed can be deprogrammed.
Okay.
Right? You put garbage in, you will get garbage out. Anything that can be programmed can be deprogrammed. Simple. What I'm saying is that we in the NDC, and I know I speak for almost every NDC member, we don't believe in the integrity of this EC. First of all, the way they were muscled, the whole EC commission is made up of NDC apparatchiks, MPP apparatchiks and oppressniks. There's no neutrality on that. Look at the deputy EC chair. He is a paid up member of TESCOM. The other electoral, isn't this the guy who said that the NDC is the cause of all the problems in this country? And you expect him to be an unbiased arbiter in this matter? How is that possible? How is that possible? How many times haven't we heard the EC chair herself on a hot mic insulting the NDC? Haven't you heard it before? So how are we supposed now to understand that we are not going to have a safety net in ensuring that our election has integrity? We go into it, we come back, then she comes to declare it 9 times that Timothy by night has won. Really? Really?
The argument is that appointing people. The argument is appointing people with party cards or party identities. There's nothing wrong with it. You just want to make sure that they do their work as they have been appointed to do. Yeah, and if you're not able to give anything that shows that there's proof that they cannot
there's nothing wrong with it only when the MPP are in power. When the NDC are in power, there's something wrong with it. There was nothing wrong with appointing 1,001 family members and cousins into Akufo-Addo's government. But there was something wrong with Madam Joyce Bauer being part of President Mahama's government, deputy minister in President Mahama's government. Am I lying? But as far as President Akufo-Addo is concerned, he can have 5 of his first cousins in his cabinet. If you like, I'll name them. You don't want me to name them. All of them are there, right? He can have people he has had children with as ambassadors. That's okay with us. Because in this country, we have been told since this government came to power that we should be obedient citizens, and that will make a happy city, right? The motto of Dublin. Obedient citizens make a happy city.
Oh, who told us that?
I said, that is what they have sold us. Through all the changing
but he
scenes.
said be citizens and not spectators, and that gives you the right to speak.
That's an extension of what he told you. Because in this country today, what we are being told is that just be obedient and everything follows. And what has followed since they came to power. This, in my life, in my 54 years of life and all the years that I've been to school, I never knew until I met Ken Oforiatta in the finance ministry that if you have savings in the bank, it's not safe. Did you know that before this government came to power? Did you know that your money in treasury bills and savings and your 401ks, did you know that they were not safe? And that when the finance minister goes and messes up, he will come and read you a Bible quotation and tell you, say, whilst he makes a commission of loans that he has collected on behalf of this country. Right? As we are sitting here today, there are many people who have lost their savings, they are sick, they can't pay for their medication. What did it take for a former Chief Justice to go and picket the finance ministry and ask for pensions on behalf of the people? She didn't need to do it. Right? The former Chief Justice. Do you know where she's from?
Oh, yes.
You know where she's from?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm telling you, it has gotten there. It is that bad. Right? I can tell you my story, but I won't tell you my story of how 25 years of savings. When you are young, you are taught to save for your future. You put it in the bank, and after you meet Ken Oforiatta, you find out that your savings are not safe. You find out the money you have put away in a company that belongs to him to pay for your children's school fees is not safe. Right? So we have learned a lot of novel things since Akufo-Addo and his gang of brigands and buccaneers came to power. Right? What they sold us before is not what is happening today. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that what they are trying to prevent is an account. To give an account of the 8 years that they've been in power. And you know what? I tell you what. They can decide to remove indelible ink. They can have an all night for the election. They can close the election at 10 a.m. I mean, another thing. Why would you want to close the election at 3 p.m.? What is the rationale?
What's wrong with it?
There's everything wrong with it. Because, Annie, if you live in certain places beyond the Volta, right, where you have to take a canoe and get voting materials there, even the 5 p.m. ever, right? There are places in Salaga South, in Nzulezu, places that if I take you there, you will not believe it's in Ghana. Right? You need to get voting materials there. Sometimes, even in urban and peri-urban areas, voting materials don't arrive till 12 p.m. We've seen it. And what are you going to do? Close it at 3? But they just don't care. As insofar as they have counted ballots in certain constituencies that they hold dear, that's all they're worried about. And the rigging materials, the rigging tools, the rigging apparatus is being set up ex ante.
Is that to say that if we're hoping to have about 100%, okay, the EC maybe wants to achieve about 80, 90% of voter turnout, and maybe those areas you mentioned, there were no machines available and all, they don't care about the people who have not been able to vote because we're able to achieve about 80 to 90%.
When have they cared about anything? As we speak today, the 8 people who died, has the president ever mentioned them in any of his speeches, apart from saying that only 8 people died? Really? Only?
In his first
only 8 people died.
Victory message.
The same president who said that even if a chicken dies in an election in which he's involved, he doesn't want to be president. Remember that?
Yes.
You see, the history sits there. Only those who don't want to know, don't know. This president told us that he doesn't want any part of it. But when 8 human beings died, he said only 8 people died. Today, as we speak, he's asking for congratulations when he has never addressed. There has never been an inquiry into the deaths of those people. Some of them were gunned down, including a 14-year-old girl. 22-year-old Abbas who had just gotten married for 3 weeks, and I knew Abbas. I knew him. Up to today, their deaths have been in vain. But what we want to do is to make sure that we keep on the status quo, so that they can declare Timothy by night as the president. Really? Let's just wait and see what happens next.
Okay, so let me just welcome the Honourable Member of Parliament for Mpaiso constituency. I just hope you get better. I got the information that you weren't feeling too good.
I'm not well. I've got this terrible cough, but of course I needed to be here.
Right. Right.
So I'm sorry if
you started the year with a cough.
At a point, I mean, you know, we are campaigning, so.
Oh yes.
It's a bit tough. I just returned from the constituency last night.
Okay. And, okay. How's it? How's your constituency going?
Oh, so far so very good.
Did you have contest?
I do.
You have contest in your constituency?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'll plead with viewers to pardon him. I just got the information that he's having some unrest. He doesn't appear too good. So, but thanks for coming though. How many people are contesting you? One. Hey, that's dangerous.
It is not.
It's not. I wish there were three. You know, when there are three, sometimes, you know, they divide the opposition. They split the numbers.
You get the OSP to arrest him.
I think it boils down to, at all times, two people who the people would have to decide on. And in my constituency, in the last 3 years as a member of parliament, I think when it comes to issues of representation, they admit that we've done our bit, and they appreciate that. I mean, I've gone around the constituency, I've met the delegates, and the indications are very clear that they would want to give me another 4 years to continue the good works that we are doing. But of course, we are a party of choice. We are a party that believes in competition. So at all times, if somebody comes to contest, it's important for us to allow the person to do so. So I'm very, very confident that the delegates in the Mpaiso constituency would vote for me as a member of parliament again.
Yeah. So you've had some contacts with them?
Yes, I have.
You haven't paid anything yet?
Well,
that question made him cough.
See, this issue of payment.
Yeah.
No politician can come sit in the studios of Metro TV and say that they do not advance any monies, or I mean, buying fuel, transporting people to a center for you to engage them, all involves a lot of money. So, and I've always maintained that there are 3 M's in any political enterprise that one wants to engage in. I mean, you need a very strong machine on the ground, you need a very good message, and of course, the money bit also counts. So, in the US, a candidate's ability to mobilize funds is even an indication of whether you are winning or not.
Okay. Your ability to mobilize funds.
Yes. In the US, it is so obvious, it is so open. People fund political activities and all of that. And we all know that, I mean, buying fuel, if you're a politician, for instance, me, I don't have the resources to go around my constituency, buy fuel, transport people around to help me campaign. I rely on friends. I rely on people, sponsors, people who have bought into my vision, people who believe that I'm doing what is right. I mean, they are the persons that give money. So if anybody anywhere thinks that you can do this politics, not even politics alone, how can you run a church? How can you run a church without money? You need money to pay electricity, you need money to fuel your car, you need money to pay your pastor, you need money to do everything. So this bit about money involved and people wanting to run away from that bit, for me.
But we all agree that you need money to be doing to and fro and all the activities involved in campaigns. But the specific issue that is now a bother, someone actually said, Kojo Asante, he said that Kojo Asante is the Director of Programs at the Policy Engagement at the Center for Democratic Development, Ghana, CDD. He said that the earlier we jail sellers and buyers of votes, the better. It's a specificity of what we're talking about, how there is exchange of money as far as votes are concerned. Politicians giving and the voters taking to cast their votes. In the previous elections that we recorded here at Metro TV, there were some voters who said, well, if we're not getting our money, we're not voting. Since when did we get
what
that?
money? Is it money for transport?
Exactly. Well, I mean,
it may be money for transport.
But well, we hear that candidates have given monies to these delegates, that delegates. So they are also delegates. They are waiting for their monies.
For instance, I paid monies to my political party as my filing fee. These monies are put together and distributed across all the centers. During election day, voters who come are supposed to be given some monies as their transportation cost. If you don't give them that money, they will tell you they won't vote.
How much do you give them?
Oh, usually sometimes 50 cedis, 100 cedis. Because in my constituency, I mean, to be able to file, you need to pay, you are paying over 70,000 cedis to file. And if you have people, about 100 people or 500 people who are voting, you move in there and give them some monies. So I just want to disabuse people's mind to this bit about when monies are given to people during a political enterprise, then it's seen as bribery. I've seen people pay more money in political campaigning, but they end up losing. It is not just about the money that you pay, but your machinery that you put on the ground, how you are able to engage with your delegates, how you are able to engage with your voters. It is that which matters. Your message that you sell to them, your track record, how people are able to believe in you. That for me.
So what do you make of this development where the special prosecutor arrested the NEIP boss?
For what? For
alleged distribution of money. It says that the chief executive of the National Entrepreneurship and the Innovation Program, NEIP, Kofi Nkansa, has been arrested by the special prosecutor on charges of distributing money to delegates ahead of the NPP parliamentary primaries. The arrest follows a complaint filed by Kwame Anyimedu-Nchi, the Nkansa's rival for the Asante Akim Central parliamentary seat. The NPP Asante Akim Central Constituency Secretary Felix Amachi told City FM that the Anyimedu-Nchi brought the alleged money sharing incident to the attention of the special prosecutor. Subsequently, Ms. Nkansa was taken to the OSP's office to assist in investigations.
Well,
what do you make of that?
I've spoken to Honorable Anyimedu. He tells me that he has never filed any complaints at the special prosecutor's office.
But there were he issued earlier on threats that he was going to report him to the special prosecutor.
Well, I've spoken to him. While I was coming to the studio, I spoke to him. He tells me that he has not done that. People make claims that there were persons who posted on social media about some monies that went on during this Christmas festivities. It's quite interesting. It's for me how the special prosecutor will move in there just to make arrests. Is it to know the source of funds? Or is it the case that somebody has complained at NEIP that some monies have gone missing? Really, I would want to understand. For instance, this Christmas, in my constituency, I've had friends who came in there, threw party for my delegates, all in my name. And if you put the sum together and you say that I have gone to bribe delegates because of this, then you are mistaken.
You had friends who came to your constituency
and
threw party for delegates
I had friends
in your name
who told me, organize a party, we are going to fund it for you and all of that. And if 10 friends of mine come together this Christmas, people organize parties in Accra, not in the name of MPP, but with the special prosecutor go and arrest them. And we want to find out the source of their funds and how much money was used to buy a cognac or how much money was used to buy a whiskey. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Unless somebody comes in to say that this money somewhere has gone missing, then you can come in and make an arrest. But to say that somebody says on Facebook to allege that I've received 1 CD from Kojo, and so for that matter, the person must be arrested. I think we have more pressing issues in this country to deal with than this political gymnastics. It doesn't really help. I mean, what this thing has done is to court some level of sympathy for Kofi Ofosun cancer, to the detriment of the Honourable Member of Parliament, Kwame Anyimedu, who is now denying that he didn't instigate the arrest or whatever. So it's a bit funny. But what really I want you to understand is that everything that we do on it, there's money involved. I mean, going to the people, engaging them, speaking to them, whatever you want to do, there's money involved. And so these attempts at trying to create a very bad image about politicians, I mean, the fact that people are giving money to people, you cannot do 5 days. I've gone to meet my delegates in their various homes. When I go, I'm not obliged to give them anything. But if, for instance, somebody in Kowa Manfrom, which is closer to Begro, a young farmer, once you want to invite the person to Empraiso, for the person to drive 3 hours to come and meet up with you, I think it's only fair that for such a person, you pay his transportation cost for him.
But we're not talking about those isolated cases, Honourable Member. You're pretending you're not sure of what's going on. We're talking about the organized way of buying votes from delegates, quote and unquote. How are you buying votes? When you put monies in envelopes, and it's your delegates probably who don't know that it's illegal, that come on air and on camera display the heavy amount of money you have given them, that, oh yeah, I got this, I got 400, I got 500, I got 200, I got this, and I got that. And it's every delegate that gets it. Not one single delegate will not get it if one gets. Everybody must get if one person receives it, or no one will receive it. And I'm saying that it is their civic responsibility to come and vote. It's not your responsibility. That's why the Electoral Commission also has a responsibility of creating the convenience for every citizen to move to a certain location to vote. So that you don't centralize voting centers where it will make it difficult for people to move, but you make it in such a way that every single person in every corner of the country gets, the right and the, easy way to cast their ballots. So if you don't give them the money and they won't vote, what's your worry?
Well, you seem to be. So I really, are you talking about the MPP internal politics?
I'm talking about all internal politics. I have
not seen people display large envelopes. I've not seen.
Oh, but the recent MPP, what do you call it?
Primaries?
Yes, what you call the orphan constituencies. You didn't see some of it. That's what we have on the screen. You didn't see some of your delegates
where's that?
Display what they got.
And
this it's a problem with all political parties, but this is a recent one.
Oh wow, I've not seen it. And this gentleman is an MPP man.
It's a senior.
I've not seen it.
Well, you see,
and
your question is very valid, actually.
My what?
Your question, if this gentleman is MPP, is valid.
Yeah.
Because on the screen you cannot
because
just
doesn't look
conclude.
MPP.
Exactly. You can't just conclude.
The size of the envelope, they should tell you that he's MPP.
Oh,
or you want to listen to what he's saying.
No, it doesn't look MPP.
No, maybe you want to listen.
What does an MPP man look like?
Oh, of course. I mean, on a delegates.
Or do you brand your delegates
on a delegates
conference?
On a delegates conference.
Should we play for you to listen to?
No, on a day like this, if you're a delegate, you come in with a special tag. I mean, people wear party colors. People would want to display party colors. Just look at this gentleman. The only red thing I see him holding is a bandana handkerchief that is holding. So, let me see. I don't see any MPP there. I really don't see.
You don't see this one?
What was that?
The envelope is branded. Collins Amwa.
Collins, give me 5 minutes. I'll print this thing for you. Just come to my office. I'm saying that
you have, in fact, I like your argument.
It can be detractors, people who want to create a negative impression for the MPP.
Okay.
But I've told you that you cannot do this enterprise without money. People will come there, you may have to give them transport. And we have contributed money to the National Party.
But don't limit yourself to the MPP. It's really not about the MPP. It's just a political thing.
We will not take any part of this conversation. You see, the OSP is being very duplicitous. There's a lot in what OPK is saying. Okay? Politics, religion is money. Okay? When you go to church and they're having harvest, they do Kofi Niyama, they say pay more. No delegate wants to come and listen to you from like their rural constituencies. Is coming from a farm to come there. You want him to use his own money to come there. But there's a line. There's a thin line between resourcing them to come and listen to your message and
bribing.
Play. Yes. On the Saturday of their presidential election, Dr. Bawumia doled out 80 million cedis. Why is there AP? OPK, wait, I'm coming. There are about 200,000 delegates. They all go 400 cedis each. Why? Why is the OSP not arresting Dr. Bawumia? Anna Osro.
Upon allegations and complaints.
No. They gave out 400 cedis each. That's documented. Listen, I am not saying what they did was right or wrong. I'm talking about the duplicity and the duplicitous nature of the OSP.
Yes, but this
clearly,
but this NEIP, it says that the arrest follows a complaint filed by
I'll go make a complaint after this program.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying that I've spoken to Animedu. Animedu says he's not filed any such complaint.
Will you come with me?
No.
To the OSP?
No.
I'll go and make it.
So I've spoken to Animedu. He says he's not filed any such complaint.
Clearly, this was done. Unless Kofi Ofosun-Gansa is a very masochistic person who wants to court sympathy for himself, it was done to disenfranchise him. And clearly, it would be reasonable to assume that the complaint came from at least one of his opponents. Right? Because it wasn't OPK who went to make that complaint, because he has nothing to do with it. It wasn't me, because I'm sitting out and I was poor.
But OPK said something that maybe it has even won him sympathy votes.
I'm saying that unless he's a very twisted and masochistic person, he won't report himself to the OSP and be arrested to court sympathy. So I'm saying that it's a reasonable inference to assume that this was done to disenfranchise him. That's all. And I'm saying that the OSP has bigger fish that he can arrest, because we have seen people in certain constituencies even stating that they were giving money from COVID fund. He has not arrested them. He should stop trying to waste everybody's time.
There was a release from the Ministry of Finance yesterday, implementation of value-added tax, that's VAT, on the supply of electricity above the lifeline for residential purpose. It reads, as part of the implementation of government's medium-term revenue strategy and IMF support set post-COVID-19 program for the economic growth, the implementation of VAT for residential customers of electricity above the maximum consumption level specified for block charges for lifeline units in line with Section 35 and 37 and the first Schedule 9 of Value Added Tax Act 2013, Act 870, has been scheduled for implementation effective 1st January 2024. The avoidance of that VAT is still exempt for the supply or a supply to a dwelling of electricity up to a maximum consumption level specified for block charges for lifeline units in line with Section 35 and 37 and the first Schedule 9 of Act 870. The Electricity Company of Ghana and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, are hereby requested to liaise with the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, to ensure that the implementation of VAT for residential customers of electricity above the maximum consumption level specified for block charges for lifeline units takes effect on January 1st, 2024, in line with Section 35-37 and the first Section 9 of Act 870. So by a copy of this letter, GRA is requested to ensure that the liaisons with the ECG and NETCO for transfer of revenues collected from the implementation of VAT on the subject matter as part of the domestic VAT collections. We are counting on your usual cooperation. Signed by Ken Oforiatta, who's the minister, and copied Minister for Employment? Energy, okay, Minister of Energy. And then we have the Minister of State, that's at the Ministry of Finance. And then we have the Deputy Minister of Ministry of Finance. We have Director in charge, Ministry of Finance, the Executive Secretary, PURC, Commissioner General, GRA, Director, ESRD, Ministry of Finance, Director, Revenue Policy, Policy Division, MOF, and then we also have Director Legal, MOF. Before I take a breather, let me just give you a quick one that was also given to us by a member on the energy, in fact, ranking member on the energy committee, John Jinapo, who also said something yesterday on power outages. So let me read from his Facebook wall. He said that Dumso is back as Gridco ECG shares 500 megawatts of power arising from the inability of Ghana to pay for gas consumed from the West Africa gas pipeline, leading to the another shutdown of the pipeline by WAPCO. It's sad to note that the cash waterfall mechanism, which was instituted to prevent the growth of the sector-wide indebtedness and ensure equitable distribution of revenue, has been hijacked by the Ministry of Finance, leading to serious challenges in the energy sector. He says that the sad news is that Ghanaians will continue to sleep in darkness unless government intervenes once more. I want to believe that the intervention is the VAT. Maybe as we start paying, we'll make some money, right? If the cash waterfall system is not working. Why?
Why?
I'll take a break. I'll be back shortly.
Pascal is showing his boss the efficient new technology they've installed. She is pleased, but now she's asking, why is that still there? Pascal explains that he hired a security guard to protect the data shed. The boss is not so pleased anymore. If you haven't upgraded to cloud storage yet, it's time to get business done better with MTN Business.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ampedu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Asari.
How is business doing?
My business is collapsing.
Why is your business collapsing?
I sold my products and services to my clients on credit, and my debtors are not paying their debts.
Have you heard of Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company operating in all the 16 regions of Ghana?
Not at all.
Mr. Ampedu, all you need to do is to contact them on their customer service line. I recommend Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company to financial institutions, businessmen and businesswomen, other companies, and also individuals. Rosic Consult has 98.4% debt recovery rate. We have professional debt recovery managers. You are assured of swift debt recovery. No recovery, no commission. For Rosic Consult Limited, no more write-offs. And we pre-finance the recovery ourselves.
We are back bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front two with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bet. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the Partial Daily Jackpot.
You always get way more with Betway.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway. Get way more.
Over 18 years in business, Appointed Time Printing Limited has delivered quality service to some of Ghana's well-known brands. With our equipment capacity, we are able to deliver 1,500 pieces of polo and t-shirts in 1 hour. This is only possible with us. For retailers and wholesalers, we offer for sale high-quality polo shirts and t-shirts in different colors at affordable prices. We have a one-stop shop for all creative designs and billboards, 3D signages, flexi banners, car branding, stickers and posters. Locate us at the old GNTC building near Swansea Shopping Arcade, Accra. Contact us on 0501 454165, 0501 454167. Connect with us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Appointed Time GH. Appointed Time Printing Limited. Our printing is a
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Michelle,
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Have you been to Aqua Safari lately? Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resort. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castnet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Experience horseback riding, tennis, and some golfing amongst a host of other activities. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the Volta River, the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, local and exotic birds, while you pet and feed them. You can have this large space for your conferences, corporate retreats, and so many activities as part of the package. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin. We had an amazing experience and I can't wait to return for more.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
welcome back to the program. I'm still in the studio with Honorable Member of Parliament from Price Constituency, Davis, and Sa Opoku, who is also working hard in his constituency to still get his bid back in Parliament. Kwejo Chumbuaf is also a member of the NDC, former Executive Secretary for the Free Zones Board. Let me just remind you that Game Park game is still available. It says that if you want to live like a tycoon, remember that if you've got the mullah, you've got the power. So Ghana's newest lottery game draws on at Dome TV 9 a.m., 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. daily. So pick up your phones and tablets and go and download the Game Park Games app on Play Store. Or you can also play on the website www.gameparkgames.com or by dialing 946# on all networks. So choose the numbers from 0 to 9 and play and make some money. It's only for persons above 18. So if you're not 18, please don't try it. It's regulated by the National Lottery Authority. Now, Betway Cash Out offer is also here. It says, yes, so cool. Betway Cash Out just got better. Our enhanced early, partial, and auto cash out feature lets you cash your bets out early. Cash out or a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets to cash out automatically. All this to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you play. Sign up today. Betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. And also, it's also not for persons under 18. Betway, get way more. Kel Charcoal toothpaste is also still available for you. That one is for persons, children from the age 6 and above. Everybody can use it. Made from the petancle of plantain with charcoal. Mixed with charcoal, and also comes with essential medicinal properties that help remove toxins from the bodies. So it's a product that's formulated to produce under strict hygienic conditions with necessary products and protocols, and has been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. So if you want Kel charcoal toothpaste, you get the white and fresh breath all day long, and the quality product from Samara Company Limited. Now, also Angel Cola is available for you with the Angel Orange, Angel Mango, and Angel Peach and Angel Lime for all your events you want to go for these drinks. Contact them on 0244832286 and 02078786668. Now, Kingdom Real Estate is also for you who want to get some properties. It says that it's quality and affordable housing facilities that's located at the environment of Ikwapim, Ikropong, and Ibri with the best weather condition. 30 minutes drive from Accra. It also comes with a modern touch comfort. We provide high standard security service plus CCTV, standby generators, constant water supply, and electricity. So it's also surrounded with tourist sites such as Ibri Botanical Garden, Botifo Safari Valley Resort, etc. So you pay 70% if you want this property upfront, and the 30% will be spread 2 years with no interest. All right. Locate them at the close to the Ibri Girls SHS and Ikropong, right after the latter junction. Call them on 0559 761 144 or 0555 621 611. And the Facebook page is okay, they are also on the Facebook page, but visit them on the website www.kingdomhomerealestates.com. That's the website. Well, let's go back to Dumso. And there's been a lot of outcry on social media. Most of you have been writing your experience. Metro TV actually put out, you know, a request for some of you to let us know what your experience is like. Some insulted us, some too gave us what the experience has been. CAF Chancellor said that part of Bubuashi article is off. Martin Selom says that it's very devastating. It went off the whole day yesterday, came back in the evening and went off this morning. It's yet to come back. Citizen Kwabna says that they have started again for the year 2024. Good morning, Ghana. For well, Doomsday has started again, so why won't we start again? So light off the whole day yesterday and yesterday. This is Nana Kobina. It came back this morning, and in the afternoon it went off. Till now we're still waiting for Wasa Menfi Central. Amanso and Menfi precisely. Yesterday, today, all day, they should give us the timetable. I was at Yamransa area yesterday from 9 a.m. I left around 7 p.m. There was no light. Dumso is back, someone says. Martin Ankuma. Emmanuel Palmer says that today is my off day, but I couldn't stay at home. My lights have been off since 8 a.m. today, and light off at part of Lashibi. Last month, Standing said that Chimtafo light out every now and then. Solomon Baju says that Dakuman from yesterday hit mosquitoes. Chima Nana Ansa says that doom right now at Asokwa Kumase. Lincoln says the light has been in Anachimota. It only came around 4 p.m. Okay, has been off since yesterday, part of our wing. And I like the fact that all of you are texting from different parts of Ghana. Ebenezer Mandik says that Tando. He said the whole Ghana. But I read, what JJ, gave us, and also the VAT introduction from 1st January by the Finance Ministry, how we're going to rake in some revenue. Honorable, let me start off with you. Yes, on this ECG issue.
It's unfortunate, the recent power outages that we are experiencing in Ghana. I have been in the constituency in the last 1 week, and there's been instances where I've enjoyed what we call the Numso. But sometimes if you see the reaction of Ghanaians, a clear indication of how tolerant Ghanaians are, and how Ghanaians tolerated the NDC party while they were in government. Because what we are experiencing now is just a fraction of what Ghanaians experienced, during the NDC's era. But I'm not here to make excuses. I've been monitoring. I've been talking to persons within the energy sector, and they tell me that there's nothing like Dumso. I think it has to do with some disagreements over some payments and all of that, because as we speak, our installed capacity as a nation is around 5,138 megawatts. And we know that which we consume as a people is around 3,618 megawatts. So we do not have any shortfall in terms of the capacity or in terms of what our systems can supply. But what I understand is that it has to do with some payments that we know on the 8th of December, WAPCO issued a letter to GMPC on some monies owed them. I'm told that immediately some $3.5 million was paid, but there were some outstandings which has affected the operations of WAPCO. And I think during the Christmas break, there was no proper consultation and communication breakdown and all of that, which has led to these whole problems. We get assurance from the Energy Minister that all these things will be rectified before the end of this week. And that Ghanaians, whether you are calling from Wasam and Fi, or you are calling from Impraiso, or wherever you are, you are, we will not be experiencing these outages. That is the understanding that I get. Like I mentioned, I have been in the constituency, so I've also been a victim of this recent doom and so. But of course, it is something that is being worked on. It is not something that will last. It is not something that is going to affect businesses like we experienced during the NDC era. So we would beg Ghanaians to exercise some bit of patience. Hopefully by the close of business this week, all matters related to these things will be solved and I'm sure we'll get our supplies.
The person from the ECG, right, who told you that we don't have Dumsor is not back.
Yeah.
What did he explain what the situation is then? If it's not Dumsor, what is it?
Well, so the indication I get is that it has to do with some payments. You know, of course, you know, most of these gas suppliers, they also need money to be able to operate. So the supply that was coming in was inadequate. And government, through the Minister for Energy, Matthew Opoku Prempeh, has resolved the issues, and by this weekend. So the information is not coming from ECG, the information is coming from the Ministry of Energy. And that by close of business this week, the little Dumsor that we have experienced this week will be a thing of the past. So that is an assurance that I'm giving to Ghanaians.
That by the close of this weekend?
Yes, that's the indication we get.
We'll see the end of this?
Yes, we'll see the end of this. It has nothing to do with our installed capacity, like I mentioned.
But you know, when John Jinapo made his statement talking about gas not coming in, he said our inability to pay for gas. And then the cash flow mechanism that has been hijacked by the finance minister. This is how he puts this. He says that, let me read verbatim from what he says. He says, it's also sad that the cash water flow mechanism, which was instituted to prevent the growth of the sector-wide indebtedness and ensure equitable distribution of revenues, has been hijacked by the Ministry of Finance. Now, let me read this statement from you. This was from Gridco. It says, staff concerns regarding Gridco's worsening cash flow situation. This was dated 15 December 2023. We trust this letter finds you well. We bring you the season, let me just bolding him because I can't see well. Okay. We bring you the season's felicities and warm regards from all staff across the length and breadth of the network. We also take this opportunity to show our appreciation for your continued support for the staff with regards our welfare and well-being. May we draw your attention to our deep concerns regarding the current cash flow situation of our company. The financial landscape appears to be tumultuous and also causing some considerable distress on Gridco's operations, and if a solution is not immediately found, the service delivery to customers may be affected. The main cause of our poor cash flow situation is due to the fact that the cash water flow mechanism, which is used as a mode of payment to the industry players within the sector, is not working and suspected to have been discontinued. Gridco bills ECG, who is our major customer, over 100 million Ghana cedis per month, out of which only about 18% to 25% is paid erratically. So the chunk of the revenue sits in our books without any plans to redeem same. The situation has made it difficult to pay suppliers, procure the requisite tools, materials, and spares, all of which adversely affects the business. We know and acknowledge such financial constraints of Gridco because of our regular operational expenses and staff conditions of service are not honored as before, and ongoing challenges in the cash flow have implications not only on our operations but also in the service delivery to customers and general welfare of the staff. So Gridco is also confirming that the cash water flow mechanism has been halted somehow, and JJ alleges that it's been hijacked by the finance ministry. Honorable, are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I've actually read.
I think it's not far from what I indicated. I said that it has to do with some miscommunications and some financials, and what I'm told is that payments are being done.
Is it some miscommunication or no communication at all?
Well, it's miscommunication. If you say no communication at all, that may be problematic. That would mean that the mother ministry involved is really not doing its work. But that is not the case. What I understand is that it's miscommunication, of course. And also the holidays also came to disturb it a bit.
How?
That is the understanding I get. But for me, Ghanaians are more concerned about the assurance that by the close of business this week, these things that we are experiencing will be a thing of the past.
Okay, this assurance is coming from the Energy Ministry?
Yes, it's coming from persons within the Energy Ministry.
Persons within the Energy Ministry or from the Energy Minister? Did you speak with the Minister?
Well, it's coming from persons within the Energy Ministry. And the indication I get is that by the close of business this week, I mean, electricity is so critical for the survival of businesses and everything. I mean, and so
as it stands now, there is a situation of blackouts. Companies are also now beginning to struggle. Homes are struggling. Private homes, people are, having their wealth destroyed. What's the difficulty of providing a timetable?
I'm saying that this is not a doomsday.
Yes, but there are power outages. Okay, we don't want to call it doomsday, it's fine. But there are power outages.
I'm saying that there's no need for a timetable because this thing, by the close of business this week, will be a thing of the past.
Okay.
It's not like what we experienced under the NDC, where for several months we had to go through a timetable, like the way we used to go to Saito. We now we are baby, now we are Kwenyumbre. This time, issues of energy, issues of power supply has been resolved in the country. These are just some mishaps, which the indication is that has been resolved, and hopefully by close of business this week, Ghanaians should not be experiencing what we're experiencing. And that for me is reassuring.
Okay.
Annie, I like what OPK is saying, that it's not like Saito. Just to remind him, you people have brought that thing back, it's back. So let's go back. In fact, you've now extended it to secondary school. At first it was just basic school. You've extended it to secondary school. Under your free education system today, children are going home for 3 weeks and then are going to school for 3 weeks and then they go home for 3 months. That's what you're doing. While during the 3 months, 4 other different sets of people go to school in the name of red, gold, green, blue, and black. Rainbow school and Kolaniko. So I'm glad you bring it up. But Annie, you said something about hijack. The finance minister of this country has hijacked everything. He's hijacked our loans, he's hijacked ESLA, he's hijacked any form of any safety net. Financial safety net that was built and put in place before he came to power. ESLA, right, which is not being mentioned, has been collateralized for, I think it was the next 15 years. So how are they going to pay the bills? Right? How are they going to pay the bills? This is what is going on. And when OPK says it's just a temporary blip, ECD have shed 500 kilowatts. How is that temporary blip? Do you know the process that WAPCO has to go through in order to shut down a pipeline for non-payment? Do you know how long this has been going on? So what he is trying to do is to make light of a situation, and I understand him. He's going for re-election. His government is in serious trouble, so he has to say something. But the truth of the matter is that we are in a crisis yet again. Of course, you will not see the Yvonne Nelsons of this world take a patash and run around from Legon to Accra because of doing so. You will not see the people who are running around because of doing so. Their light is still going off. They are not talking because they are afraid to talk. But some of us need to remind Ghanaians of what these people said before they came to power. Annie, as we speak, the finance minister, off of his own free will, citing things like IMF post-COVID supported program and economic growth, yada, 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 has increased electricity by 22%. As we speak, this is the letter, we have it here. Prior to this, we all understood that electricity consumption, domestic consumers could not net off electricity consumption because it was regarded as a social necessity. So there was no VAT on it. But in his quest to turn us upside down and engage in a shakedown and shake all the coins from our pockets, they have put 22% on your electricity. This electricity that goes up interminably anyway. So now what is going to happen is that when this thing is implemented, if you bought 10 days of electricity, you have less than 8 days. And that less than 8 days, if they increase it again, you have 78% of that less than 8 days plus the differential in the VAT. Right? It is impoverishing us. It is impoverishing us using iterative mathematics. Right? You talked about programming earlier on. They are programming us to become poorer than we are already. And can you imagine how domestic consumers already suffering? People don't have their pensions. Cash.
What's that flow mechanism?
Sorry?
The cash flow.
No. I'm saying people don't have their
flow mechanism.
No,
okay.
I'm talking about when you go to hospital.
Oh, okay.
It's back. You have to pay.
Cash and carry.
Cash and carry is back. Now they've put 22% on our electricity, whilst they have put flow meters on our oil. Right? Bunkering with intellect is the same as putting their own oil pipeline into our oil and connecting it to their own ship. This is what is going on in this country. I always ask, and I keep referring, can you imagine if Setepe had done this prior to the 2016 election? What would have happened? What would have happened? 22% increase because of well, we're not here, Davis. And your man Amuka said we are proud people, so we don't want to go to IMF. And do you remember what happened to our pride? All of a sudden, our pride has taken a hit. What happened to what do you call it? Ghana Beyond Aid. But now the aid people are actually telling us to come and impoverish our citizens, and we are complying because our finance minister keeps making losses. And the president says that when he was trying to win elections, he was the one who went to find money. So he should still stay there and impoverish us some more. Do you recall that we were all here when we heard a voice that sounded very much like one of the relatives of the president? When they were sharing electricity corporation like Gem Biscuit, like Gonya Biscuit. Remember that one?
Alleged leak tape.
That's why I said. Sounded very much like his voice. Up to today, it hasn't been denied. Has it been denied? What happened to the revenues that PDS collected? Do you remember PDS? Or have you forgotten? You remember that the assets of our electricity corporation was transferred to a company called PDS, for which reason the finance minister wrote to the police that a fraud had been perpetrated in the acquisition of ECG. Remember that letter? What has happened to it today? Up to today? What has happened to the revenues that were collected? What has happened to those people who perpetrated the fraud? As per the finance minister, I'm quoting him. But more importantly, you remember that it occasioned us the loss of a sizable amount of money to reform our electricity sector. You remember that? So today, where we are now is a consequence of mismanagement, misapplication, and miss everything that you can think of. You put everything and put a miss in front of it. That is what is going on today. And don't be fooled by this letter. The lifeline threshold has been lowered to almost nothing. So it means nothing.
Oh, it's been lowered to what?
It has been lowered. I'm telling you, go and ask them. So they are engaging in basically sleight of hand politics, right? Professor Diago politics, Diago Dinagro. Diago, Nanama, and Small Boy are engaged in sleight of hand magic. That's what they are doing. That's what they are doing. How do you greet us? Have you noticed that every new year they greet us with something painful? How can you write this letter today when we've lost all our money in the bank? We've written this letter. We can't pay our children's school fees. You've written this letter and sent it to us when you told us you are proud. What happened to your pride?
We're a proud nation.
Then we're a proud nation. So we don't go begging. But now he is telling us that because of IMF supported post, code word for if they don't collect that money, the 600 million that they are looking for from the IMF will not come. That's what it is. Read in between the lines. This is what this is all about.
As part of the implementation of government's medium-term revenue strategy and the IMF-supported post-COVID program for economic growth, the implementation of VAT for residential customers of electricity above the maximum consumption level specified for block charges for lifeline units in line with the Section 35 and 37 and the first Schedule 9 of Value-Added Tax VAT Act 2013, Act 870 has been scheduled for implementation effective 1st January 2024.
Yes. You see, if you are the whole idea behind the people who cleverly thought of excluding domestic consumers from VAT electricity is that the commercial operators are able to net off the VAT receipts and collect their refunds. Right? They can put it as part of their production, service, whatever cost, whatever business you're engaged in. We as domestic consumers can't do any such thing. So basically, it is a heist by the finance ministry to get us to simply pay more money that they don't do anything with. They spend it willy-nilly, doing absolutely nothing. Traveling, going from pillar to post, doing absolutely nothing. Half of the time, look at this SML matter. How does a timber operator, and you know what, I was the chief executive of Free Zones for 8 years, so I know advanced timbers. How does somebody who cuts timber now engage in flow metering our oil installations? Downstream, upstream, midstream.
That's so unfair. I mean,
why?
We cannot allow this.
Why?
Why? He's an entrepreneur. This is an entrepreneur.
Davis.
He's an entrepreneur with
sole sourcing. You see, you are opening a can of worms and I'm going to go there. I'm entering it.
No.
Sole sourcing. Do you remember that the president told us that he was one of the architects of the law on procurement, and that sole sourcing in this country was a problem? This revenue assurance thing, it is not new. It is being done at the Ministry of Communication.
No, his concern is about you.
What I'm saying is that there is no track record.
Of what?
Of that company engaging.
It is not Evans Timbers that engaged in.
Perhaps you have not seen the registration document.
No, but the registration document of the company.
You have not seen the registration. I didn't come here. I didn't come here to put my finger in the wind.
I mean, forget about history.
I'm saying the company was registered under the name of somebody who was engaged in timber construction.
So that's my problem.
How can that be a problem?
For instance, Mr. Japan, who owns Metro TV, before he owned Metro TV, did he have any experience in media? He's an entrepreneur.
Hold on.
He's an entrepreneur.
Hold on.
This SML has to do with
software. OPK. It went through sole sourcing. There was no. Annie, let me respond to him. There was no competitive tendering
because the man came with a solution. A solution to ensure
a solution that the DRA is telling you that they are disregarding.
It's not true. I've seen a statement from DRA.
Clearly you are not reading.
No, who's not reading?
The DRA have written a statement that they don't use that data.
It's not true.
Okay, you say it's not true. What am I mean? Come and say. Right? How are we in this? Listen, didn't the same thing happen? You see, OPK, the history says that didn't the same thing happen when COVID came? The company that supposedly won the bid, whatever bid it was, there was absolutely no bid. to engage in testing at the airport, what happened? It was a private company. Whichever company was registered 3 months before that thing came into operation. At the end of it all, they had made $87 million and the state had made $6 million. And we're happy with it. You see, you shouldn't be happy with it because it is affecting all of us. It is the reason why we are doing this. It's the reason why you are going to pay more. Because one fine day, you may not be in parliament and you still have to pay for electricity. But some of the things that are going
in parliament, you still pay for electricity.
Exactly. So I'm saying that some of the things that are going on are untoward. There is a pattern of chicanery going on with this government. They keep repeating, rinse, repeat, drive. They keep doing it all over again and it never stops. I'm saying that where they are going and where they have gone is taking all of us down the tube and they should stop it. Right? They should stop it and they should prepare to leave. Like Oliver Cromwell said to the Ram Parliament in 1653, you have sat around for too long for any good you have done. In God's name, go. Just go. Don't try to win the election. Don't try to tell us you are going to operate the election between the hours of 10 and 3, whatever. Just go. This is getting too much. Every new year we get something. Look at what we are getting now. A 22% hike on electricity fees. I mean, on 27th December, I bought 500 cedis worth of electricity. 27th December. I left my house, went to my parents. I wasn't in the house. When I came back on the 5th of January, my lights were off. I'm telling you. Because you know what happens?
You left the air conditioner on.
I didn't leave anything on. I'm too poor to do that. You know what happens? They have made an assumption that you are consuming a certain amount of electricity every week. If you have the meter, look on the meter. They have rated how much electricity, whether you consume it or not,
averagely.
Whether you consume it or not, it goes off.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot for us to unpack. And they shouldn't add this to our woes, but they've added it. So here we are. The Christian councils, the Pentecostal, the bishops, all the druids, the herbalists, everybody should start asking Kenufuyata, are we not proud anymore? Why are we paying this?
All right, let me just capture a few messages. My time is almost up. But this one says that...
Annie,
yes.
Before we go, since 2017, we have introduced a 3% VAT flat rate, 5% increase in VAT. Debt fund levies have been increased by 25%. Corporate tax increased 25%. 2% special import levy, 1% COVID levy, plus 3% VAT to make it 4%. Another COVID levy on the COVID levy, 5% fiscal stabilization levy, 5% financial sector, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And right now, we have put tax on Akweteshi. Appeal visited, yet the tax at Akweteshi. So, Davis, you people should close the loop. Put tax on we, because you've legalized it.
But potentially,
what legalized?
We have to discourage.
It's legalized in industrial conditions.
We have to discourage.
Money to smoke it in industrial
Well, you don't want to discourage the
put tax on
it. You discourage the consumption of appetition.
Yes, but they put tax on appetition. They have put tax on appetition.
No, I'm just saying that discourage the consumption.
I can understand. I can understand, Kojo. I mean, for somebody who is looking for power, this is how to rant. I mean, for somebody who is tasty, I mean, they call the power. He's yearning for power at all costs. He needs to win
and
political power.
In 2016, not the power.
So for him, he will be putting out all this information.
You people were in traffic.
But you see,
you remember you were in traffic.
For the
distributing leaflets about
for the Ghanaian, For the Ghanaian.
30% energy sector levy, 11% special produce, petroleum tax, 200% boss margin, on and on and on and on and on. You have put tax on application. More the tax at application. Application 30 more the tax at
Oh. Yes, Janum. Jaishi. Nigeria petition.
That's a share no, let me say a share no more tax into because you have legalized it.
But
so if you smoke industrial quantities of
I mean, how can you smoke industrial weed? It's not possible.
Industrial quantities. No,
it's now the new goal of I mean, go to Canada, how people are raking in, and if Ghana wants to take advantage of it, you know the truth. As somebody who has been chief executive for free zones, you should know what this thing comes to do for us as a nation. So to just come on Petro TV and say that you've legalized weed and all of that, nobody has legalized weed. What we have done is to introduce a new species, which for me the efficacy of it, the even what the boys want or those who smoke want, it's not even contained in it. It's for purely medicinal purposes, which will make Ghanaians rich. I mean, any farmer who wants to engage in it, if you go for the license, it will make you rich. But for me, like I mentioned, all this coca that Kojo is doing here is because he wants Ghanaians to see that the NDC is ready for power. But you see, the ordinary man on the street
is 500 megawatts.
Oh, I mean, when the person was saying all of this, he
didn't
come in with 500 megawatts.
500 megawatts.
And everything. Let me
consult your people.
So what the Ghanaian is concerned about is how this economy is turning around and how we are seeing the positives. I mean, just about 6 months ago, inflation hovered around 53%. Now what do you see? Just this week, we are around 23%. It's an indication that our economy is recovering. Food inflation has dropped drastically. It's a clear indication that there's food in the system and Ghanaians are enjoying. So clearly, free SHS, despite the difficulties, is still there. The Ghanaian people are enjoying it. The Ghanaian people are benefiting from free SHS. And if you listen to what Kojo says, trying to create an impression that we came in and introduced free SHS and probably maybe the free SHS is not working or there's a shift system in the free SHS, it tells the Ghanaian that if the NDC is given an opportunity to govern this country, the free SHS that has benefited every poor home, whether poor or rich, will be cancelled by the NDC.
Did they say that?
Well, we've gotten the indication from
why
them.
Is your,
now they dance around.
President
they dance around. We are going
has
to
admitted that the PSHS needs reform. President Mahama said it needed reform. You people came down on him.
So
President
if
has admitted that he needs reform. And
if you are a Ghanaian and you are watching Metro TV this morning,
okay,
listen to what Kojo is saying and be advised.
Did President Akufo-Addo say he needed reform?
Okay, good morning, Annie. OPK says that paying 50 or 100 Ghana cedis to delegates. I bet he omitted 10 from each of the amount he mentioned. Maxwell probably from Ayawaso West constituency sent that in. Alhaji from Pig Farm says that good morning, and in fact I associate myself with all comments made by Chumba for this morning. Madam Jean Mensah is doing all she can to help the MPP rig election to break the A. Helga says, can OPK please? Okay, he's fine now. I think we have solved his problem. Have we? Have we helped solve your problem?
With what? Yes. Oh.
It was good.
Was she giving me a solution?
Yes.
That I should do what?
It's not necessary now. So this happens in Abekuma Central Constituency. And good morning. Why is the MPP trying so hard to redefine Dumso? Dumso means light out. So, okay, Dum means light out. So means light on. Do we get our light off and on? From Alhaji Hauna. OPK, can you respond to that? What is Dumso?
But the Dumso, if you want the proper definition of Dumso, is what we experienced under NDC.
What did we experience under NDC?
Where there was a proper schedule. So you wake up in the morning. If you're an ice water seller, you know today you are not going to work because the NDC is telling you that for about 24 hours of your life you don't see light.
Okay. Annie, please ask OPK if any assurance from any entity as to when the so-called temporary whatever will end. If not, when do we get a schedule When do we get a schedule? The Ghanaian knows exactly what's happening. Please tell OPK that lots of the viewers of GMG are smarter, and throwing iron filings into our eyes is insulting. Nobody needs him to play lives.
In 2006,
and conning with Dumso matter. We just need a schedule so we can plan our lives in the midst of the strain. We are strained and stressed. We are all subjected to.
It's important.
Very annoying.
It's important to note that in 2006 and 2007, under President Kufuor, when Dr. Ndum was the energy minister, there was Dumso, and there was a program and there was a schedule.
Yes,
that's happened under the NDC. The difference between those governments and this government is that this government, this government is a government of chicanery. They are liars, they deceive us, and so they are trying to hide the problem. But you cannot hide that problem. Everybody sees.
Do you think what is going on is Dumso or not? I'll be back shortly.
It's temporal. It's been short.
Okay, you're welcome back. Just a quick one before we go. Honorable Atawadi says that ask OPK when the lights come on and off, what it's called. I'm sure I did that and you heard his answer. I'm a pensioner. Government has given me a haircut on my tier 2. This year, SNET has increased pensions by 10% plus 79.9%, 79 CDs. The basis of the 79 is, I don't know. Meanwhile, electricity is up by 22%. Vehicle insurance by 17.5%, and another 100 Ghana cedis emission tax. Are they in power to kill pensioners? Is a question. Thank you, a pensioner sending that in, and quite a disturbing one. Kizito says that the video in circulation is still registering people in Mensah Saljin. Mensah should stop toying with Ghanaians' mind because she can't rig these elections, you say. All right, so those are some of your messages that have come through, but this is what time will allow me here on Good Morning Ghana. We're back tomorrow with our program. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of our programs. My name is Annie Fampofu.